So let's just get right into it. AI, it feels like it's everywhere, right? It's on the news, it's on your phone, everyone's talking about it. And with all that chatter, there's a ton of excitement. But let's be honest, there's also a little bit of anxiety about what it all means for our jobs. And that leads to the big question, the one that's probably in the back of your mind, maybe even keeping you up at night. Is AI coming from my job? It's a totally valid fear, this idea that some new technology is just going to show up and make everything you've learned obsolete. We hear it all the time, and it's super easy to get swept up in that worry.
But here's the thing. What if that's the completely wrong question to be asking? The smartest people in the room aren't worried about being replaced. Nope, they're flipping the whole script. They're asking this. And that simple change in perspective, it changes everything. It's not about playing defense anymore. It's about going on offense.
So, let's actually dig into that real question. It's time to shift from being afraid to being strategic. We're going to look at how to ride this massive technological wave instead of getting crushed by it.
Okay, so the first major mindset shift you gotta make is this. Stop thinking of AI as some kind of rival or competitor. Instead, start seeing it for what it can be. Your own personal teacher. A tutor that is infinitely patient, knows pretty much everything, and is available 24/7.
So what does that actually look like in practice? Well, it means when you're stuck on a tricky bit of code at 2 in the morning, you can get an explanation right then and there. It means you can practice a new skill, like a new language, just by having a conversation with an AI. And when you get a cool idea for a project, it can literally help you map it out and build it, one step at a time.
And this slide, man, this really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? Remember the old way? You'd spend hours on Google, clicking through dozens of links, trying to find an answer on some random forum from 2008. It was slow, and you were pretty much on your own. The new way? It's direct. You just ask. You get a clear explanation. You can even practice with it. The speed at which you can pick up new things is, well, it's a total game changer.
And we're not talking about some far-off futuristic tech. These are real tools you can literally go and use right now. You've got ChatGPT for brainstorming and getting things explained in plain English. If you're into coding, GitHub Copilot is like having a senior developer sitting next to you suggesting code. And then there are tools like Midjourney, where you can just type a sentence and create these absolutely stunning images. These are your new learning tools.
Okay, so you're using AI to learn faster. Awesome. But what are you learning for? This is where it gets really exciting. Let's look at the new career map that's being drawn right before our eyes. This isn't just about tweaking your current job. It's about whole new jobs being born.
Just take a look at this list. A few years ago, if you told someone you were a prompt engineer, they'd have no idea what you were talking about. Now, it's a legitimate, high-paying career. You've got the super technical roles like AI engineers building the systems, but you also have creative roles like AI content creators. There's this entire new ecosystem of jobs opening up.
And let's zoom in on that one for a second. Prompt engineer. I mean, how cool is that? It's a job that is all about communication. They're experts at talking to AI, at crafting the perfect question or command to get the exact result they need. It's like being a magician who knows just the right words to say to make amazing things happen. It's part art, part science.
Okay, this all sounds really cool, I get it. But it can also sound a little intimidating. Like, where do I even begin? Well, let's break it down. It's way simpler than you think. Let's talk about your first 3 totally doable steps. This is your launch plan.
So here it is. Step 1, just play. Seriously, pick a tool and just mess around with it. Your goal isn't to become an expert overnight, it's just to get comfortable. Step 2, build something. Anything. Even if it's super small. A tiny app, a cool image, a short story. Actually making something is what makes the learning stick. And step 3, and this is so important, share it. Post it online. This isn't about showing off. It's about building a portfolio and finding your people.
And this quote right here, this is for anyone out there feeling that little voice of doubt. You don't need to have a PhD in computer science to get started. The barrier to entry is lower than has ever been. All you really need is a little bit of curiosity. Just start playing.
All right, so let's bring it all home. Let's go back to that very first question we had, that little bit of fear. With everything we've talked about, how should we look at this whole thing? Is it about replacement or is it about empowerment? This slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. The fear is that AI will replace people, but the reality, is that AI won't replace people who know how to use AI. The other fear is falling behind. And the reality there is that the people who lean in and learn this stuff will have a huge advantage over those who pretend it's not happening. The gap isn't going to be between humans and AI. It's going to be between the people who use AI and the people who don't.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? This isn't a story about replacement. It's a story about empowerment. AI is a tool, a massively powerful tool that can amplify your skills, your creativity, your impact on the world. It's here to empower you, but you have to be willing to pick it up and learn how to use it.
So, look, the technology is here. It's not some future thing, it's a right now thing. The opportunities are popping up as we speak. So the only question left, the only one that really matters, is what are you going to do with it?